Really. The doors of the spaceship closed again, and the two beings communicating with us left as promptly as they had arrived. You must understand what this did to us. The magnitude of their revelation shifted our worldviews profoundly. We began to revere these beings as gods, and although our knowledge about them is limited, we understand that they belong to two divine families, the Ameshaspentas and the Daiva. Almost immediately, humanity forsook their traditional religions. In their stead arose the Church of Flesh, dedicated to the Amesha, and the Church of Neon, which pledged allegiance to the Daiva. Okay, I have to hurry up. First and foremost, you need to understand the core philosophies of the two divine families. The Amesha value free will, life, chaos, and change. In contrast, the Daiva prioritize order, security, and stability. These concepts aren't inherently contradictory. We recognize the necessity of a balance between the two. Given human nature's tendency towards individualism, it's no surprise that the Church of Amesha attracted the majority. To maintain equilibrium, an agreement was forged between the two churches. The Amesha assumed control of the legislative branch of governance, while the Daiva, acting as the counterbalance, took charge of both the judicial and executive branches. Now, we are an FBI agent working for the Church of Neon, and our briefing is right about to begin. Now.
Ah, Agent Tanner. We were wondering if we would see you today. May I assume the connection was a success then?
Yes, sir. The spirit is cooperative, I think. We are ready for our assignment.
Very well. We will start with something simple so you two can learn to work together. The chief asked us for our assistance in investigating a robbery. Not the most flashy case, but the item in question was a book stolen from the cathedral. The involvement of the Church of Flesh can make things a little spicy, so tread carefully. Your contact on site is Officer McCarthy. Get to the cathedral ASAP. Dismissed.
We can get custom-tailored armor from the armor manager, but I don't think that will be necessary for this case. Ramirez seems busy. I better not disturb him. Fly, what are you doing here so early? Didn't expect to see you before noon.
Cleaning up the streets again. You know, instead of doing boring detective work, you could come with me and make your hands a little dirty.
Sorry, but I already got a partner and a case to solve.
Right, I've heard that you've got yourself a spirit guide. How is she? Or is it a he?
Well, we are still getting to know each other. So far, I've got no complaints. We'll see how he performs on our first case together. I've taken my gun and the quantum matrix scanner from the locker. I assume you know how a gun works, but let me brief you on the proper use of the scanner. This device can scan the quantum matrix of any item. If the scanner successfully determines the inherent superposition of the object, it indicates that the object's context is predictable to some extent. Conversely, if the superposition is indistinct, the item has a more chaotic alignment. Let me give you an example. If someone plans weeks in advance to dine at a specific restaurant for a particular dish, that food's quanta will have a distinct superposition. However, if someone spontaneously strolls an unfamiliar street and grabs a meal from the first available place, that food's quantum matrix will be less defined. This principle applies to both past and future contexts of items. As you might surmise, this can also be related to the individuals who have, are, or will interact with the item. The mean chaos value of items related to the Church of Flesh is higher than that of the Church of Neon. If the scanner detects extreme values at either end of the spectrum, we must submit the item to forensics for detailed analysis. Various status displays of the city's security levels and directional information.
If you need an analysis, just give me the item in question and I will see what I can find out about it. If you need an analysis,
a scanner that keeps track of everyone entering or leaving the building. That's where I live. We'll go there after the shift is over. Another busy day in the city. It's really loud in here. These tanks are actually computers made from flesh. Well, in parts anyway. Another busy I don't have any reason to visit the temple now. Maybe later. The Cathedral of Lytton is a masterful display of the power of flesh. It's one of the most important places of worship for the Amesha. It's unbelievable that someone broke into the heavily guarded church and stole one of its relics without getting caught or triggering the alarm. Hello, I'm Agent Tanner. You must be Officer McCarthy, I assume?
Oh no, I'm sorry, McCarthy has left about an hour ago. I just hope he'll be back soon. I'm his trainee and in all honesty don't know what I'm supposed to do here. I've tried to call him, but got no answer. My name is Goodman. I'll do my best to help. He wanted to meet an informant who had information on the case. I don't have a name, unfortunately, but you could check with dispatch to see if they have anything in their log. Let me check my notes. At approximately 2 a.m., it was reported that an unauthorized entry occurred at the study of the Cathedral of Lytton. Upon investigation, it was determined that the premises had been accessed without any visible signs of forced entry. The method of entry remains unknown. The only item reported missing is a valuable book described as The Echo of Ahura Mazda. Frederick Phelps, the usher, reported the incident to the police at 5:20 a.m. He discovered the book missing from the table in the study, where, according to him, the minister had left it the previous night. Phelps may still be at the police station. There wasn't much to go on. Whoever stole the book had access to the church and its security systems. We have no recordings, fingerprints, or signs of forced entry. The book is estimated to be worth $500,000, but its value will likely be covered by the church's insurance. According to the usher's report, the minister was still at the cathedral around 4 p.m. yesterday. We haven't been able to contact her yet, but Bishop Atura vouched for her and informed us she will be here later this afternoon.
Don't you find it a bit unusual that the bishop is so involved in all this?
I'm not sure. Perhaps? It might just be a coincidence. The cathedral is clearly important to the Church of Flesh, and, as you know, they have a penchant for unpredictable and erratic behavior.
As long as the church is closed, nobody is going to read from that pulpit. Not that we don't already have enough pressure from Director Parker. An interactive terminal that provides information for passengers and tourists. I don't have anything to ask. Another busy day in the... I'm Agent Tanner, and I have a few questions for you.
The feds are getting involved in this? Oh my, how much longer do I have to stay here?
You're free to go home whenever you'd like, but I'd greatly appreciate it if you could stay just a bit longer to answer my questions.
I was exhausted and left the church early, around 4 o'clock. Yesterday's mass was extremely chaotic, and I just wanted to get home. I felt a pang of guilt, so I came back extra early today, around 5 in the morning. That's when I discovered the book was missing from the table in the study. I called the minister, Laura Williams, and she assured me that she had left the book on the table. I informed her that I couldn't find it anywhere. She advised me to report it to the police and said she'd inform the bishop about the incident. She's still out? I have no idea. Normally she arrives at the church at around 8. It was utter chaos. A disturbed woman kept interrupting the mass, constantly shouting insults and accusations. Minister Williams attempted to calm her down, but it was to no avail. Ultimately, security had to forcibly remove her. However, about 30 minutes later, she came back with a reporter in tow. I believe she was trying to prove a point, but her claims were just incoherent ramblings. The reporter seemed to think so too, judging by today's article. The crowd grew agitated, and things nearly escalated to a fistfight. That's when the minister decided to have security clear the room and called off the mass.
don't need anything from him right now. The plant adds a touch of life to the otherwise cold room. I'll call it Chuck. I don't need any.
He wanted to meet an informant who had information on the case. I don't have a name, unfortunately.
Ramirez seems busy. Fly, what are you doing here so early? Didn't expect to see you before noon.
Cleaning up the streets again. Instead of doing boring detective work, you could come with me and make your hands a little dirty.
Sorry, but I already got a partner and a case to solve.
Right, I've heard that you've got yourself a spirit guide. How is she? Or is it a he?
Well, we are still getting to know each other. So far, I've got no complaints. We'll see how he performs on our first case together. I've already got. We can get cut. Various status.
If you need an analysis.
That's where I live. Another busy day in the city. I don't have any As long as the church is closed, no.
There wasn't much to go on. Whoever stole the book had access to the church and its security systems.
That's where I live.
Agent Tanner, how can I be?
Have you heard back?
No, he's still up.
Could you search?
Sure.
Thank you. The front desk, but I don't have any requests so far. Another busy day. To be honest, I don't understand most of it myself, but I'll tell you what the doc told me. You are an AI model trained on the memory of a dead person with exceptional skills. The model has been implemented in my neural interface so we can communicate and you have access to my vision. You can't directly access my memory, and I can't access yours in the case it comes back. But you will know what I am thinking, so if I recall something from memory, you'll be able to see it as well. Oh, you've seen him. I guess I must get used to having someone else sharing my thoughts. Huh. Sorry, it's not your fault. I've been thinking about Jeff a lot lately. We share an apartment. It's complicated. Oh, you've seen him. I guess I must get used to having someone else sharing my thoughts. Huh. Sorry, it's not your fault. I've been thinking about Jeff a lot lately. We share an apartment. It's complicated. These tanks are actually I don't need anything from... The front desk. I don't have any
Sure. I've transferred the paper to your digipad. The first issue is free.
I don't have anything. An interactive terminal. I don't have... Another bit. The front desk. The eye of the prophet. He foretold that our gods one day will return and take us with them on a spiritual intergalactic journey. That's where I live. The front desk. Ugh, that must be some kind of local delicacy. I think it looks disgusting. Ramirez seems busy. Fly, what are you doing here so early?
Cleaning up the
Sorry, but I already got a partner and a case to solve.
Right, I've heard that you've got yourself a spirit guide. How is she? Or is it a he?
Well... I better tell Ramirez to watch his stuff. I better tell Ramirez. Hey, Ramirez, don't let your stuff lie around everywhere.
Oh, Amy, always looking after me. You're so sweet. What would I do without you?
A scanner that keeps track. A fine example of neon tech. We're doing a lot of DNA analysis, not only of human DNA, but also of all kinds of flesh artifacts. Hey, Ramirez, don't let your stuff lie around everywhere.
Oh, Amy, always looking at.
That's where I... The front desk. Another busy day.
Hey, where do you think you're going? These rooms are private.
I'm here on official business. Agent Tanner, FBI. You are Bishop Atura, correct?
A Deva snooping around a church. What a surprise. I've already talked to the police, but sure, go ahead. Waste more of my precious time. I'm the bishop. This is our church. I have to take care of things and ensure everything's in order.
I'm surprised to hear the word order from an Amesha.
And I'm not surprised that you don't understand. For the Deva, everything is either black or white. Of course, we need order. To a certain extent, that is. It's an opulent copy of the Echo of Ahura Mazda, bound in rose-tinted flesh and adorned with gems and gold inlays.
I'm familiar with that book. It's a rather standard text that's available at every drugstore.
Well, it might seem mundane to you, but it holds significant meaning and wisdom for our beliefs. However, you're right in a general sense. The content of the book isn't unique. The thieves must have targeted it for the ornate cover. I spoke with Officer McCarthy, and he informed me that he's leading the case. Unless he's present on site, I cannot grant you access to the private areas of the church.
This door leads to... As long as the church is closed, nobody is going to read from that pulpit. That's where I... The front desk. Another busy... I don't need anything. I don't have any... This door leads to the study.
I'm the bishop. This is our church.
I'm surprised to...
And I'm not surprised that you don't understand. For the Deva... I spoke with Officer McCarthy, and he informed me that he's leading the case. Unless he's present on site, I cannot grant you access to the private areas of the church.
Fly, what are you doing here so early?
Cleaning up the streets again.
Sorry, but
Right, I've heard.
Well, Hey, Ramirez, don't let your stuff lie.
Oh, Amy,
We can get custom... I've already got... That's where I live. We'll go there after the shift is... I don't have anything to... Sometimes these flesh growths can be quite beautiful. Vohu Mana Station is a great example of successful Amesha architecture. Another busy day. I don't need anything.